Should I start? Okay, I feel like we're doing this because, especially ever since 9/11, there's been a portrait of the Muslim world that's been painted in the media. It's really hateful and I think untrue. And I think that by creating a piece of media where that isn't hateful and that has a lot of understanding and love in it, we can maybe help, balance that out and maybe help people understand what the truth is.
Sometimes you could tuck it behind your ears and might hold it in place, yeah, and then you could do that and then there's so many ways of putting it on.
Well, if I would maybe just we could take it. I got it. Oh no, Ooh, Kirsten. What a cutie.
You want me to wrap you around, Peter?
Me? Let me look. From the second we sat down, it was like, so why are we making this? And we all kind of agreed that we want to, help each other. We want to help other people understand everything. And if I asked you a question about your religion, or if you asked me a question about my religion, it was because we wanted to know more and we wanted to help each other and be understanding. It wasn't about, attacking each other.
What is part of what makes you you? Everyone loves just telling people that because so rarely we actually get to.
بهذه حتى أتاه اليقين. أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وأحسن الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور.
When we all met, I thought that there was going to be an awkward moment, but there was something there. We just clicked from the beginning, from the moment that we all met, and there was a connection right there, and we could just share things that we normally don't, and I don't know why, but it just felt really good, and I thought that we were really starting a really good relationship here.
I'm sure it's very beautiful.
I do like this one. It just feels kind of closed in on myself. Yeah. People can actually see you, your face. And before, your hair kind of feels like it's protecting you, but then
it cover parts of you and yeah, you can do different styles and
It draws more attention to your face, you mean?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cute. Everyone, let's look at Kirsten and say how cute she is. Let's just see if she keeps it on for a few hours and starts walking around and
Trips.
No, I don't think you will.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's actually almost feels safer, almost, because I don't know how to explain it, but I like it. I like how it feels.
My face feels very square. I've got a very square face all the time.
It kind of brings out your face, facial features.
Yeah, usually my hair covers half of my face.
Yeah.
And I can't do that.
Yeah.
So do you feel more exposed or less exposed?
I feel more exposed.
Why is that?
Well, like I said, usually, you haven't seen me with my hair straight. But when I have my hair straight, my bangs cover half of my eyes.
Oh.
And you can't really see a lot of my face.
Yeah.
And so now I can't do that. So it's kind of, I feel almost more exposed with it on.
I feel less covered all of a sudden.
I feel for you to have it on. Have you worn a hijab, Najma, all your life?
No, I started when I was in 4th grade. I mean, at first it felt weird because I just had come like back from summer break and I looked really different and everyone was like, what's going on? Why are you all covered up? What happened, over the summer? And I was like, I don't know what to say. It was kind of weird at first. Like the first few months it was kind of weird wearing it. But then I got used to it and I felt more comfortable wearing it. And I started to like it a lot more because you feel like people like pay attention to like you when they're talking to you. They pay attention like more like when you're, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but you feel like you can relate to people more if you're just covered and it's like your body isn't exposed, so it's like you feel like you have more respect for yourself if you're talking to someone rather than if you had like your whole chest showing or something like that. So that's why I feel comfortable wearing it.
When we went in our first undercover mission, there weren't, when we walked in the door, there was, it was just kind of, it wasn't a sudden change, but when we asked people if we wanted to be interviewed, nobody really did. I mean, is that because we were carrying cameras or because we're wearing hijabs? I don't know, but I think it definitely played a part that that we look like we're Muslims, and I think that because it shows that when we only got one interview, that people weren't thrilled with the idea of talking about their ideas on the subject either.
Yeah.
Well, I did notice that the manager of this particular store seemed really, he seemed more, well, I don't know about how the manager was when you guys talked to him, but he seemed really concerned that we were going to ask, like, really personal things of people, and I mean, he seemed a little nervous that we were going to be the ones conducting the interviews.
Sorry. Okay, also, when we talked to him before, just to see if it would be possible at all to interview here, he was really enthusiastic and really, excited about the whole thing. And now I think now that he sees what we're wearing, he's sort of changed his mind and he wants us just to make sure we're not in the way at all.
What were you wearing before?
Just blue jeans, a t-shirt, jacket, nothing like this.
How do you feel? How did you feel when you walked in?
A little insecure at first because I've never worn anything like this before, and I wasn't sure how people would react to it.
I didn't really feel anything right away. It was more, the only thing I felt was like, it was harder to film this way, but it was more when you started asking people if we could interview them, and they said no, that I could tell there was a change.
I think the media has a huge impact on what the mainstream culture thinks, like the direction American society is going in. And so, I don't know, sometimes I get scared when I turn on the news and anything about Islam that comes up seems to have to do with like some sort of terrorist plot or someone being arrested or detained. I mean, there's never anything positive that I see. And I don't know, that's frustrating.
Do you guys feel like you get to talk about, really personal stuff, and that personal stuff, but stuff about who you are outside of your religion, with people like us at all, or no?
No, I wish that could happen more often.
I think with my closer group of friends, we kind of don't, the ones who aren't Muslims, we kind of don't really connect on the ones who are Muslims, we kind of can connect on a religious level, but the ones who aren't, we don't really talk about religion. Like if I have a friend, I had a friend who's an atheist, we don't really talk about the fact that she doesn't believe in God and that I believe in God, but we talk about other things and we connect in other things and we help each other out in other ways. But we kind of avoid the subject of religion because we know that it's not common ground and it's not the same for both of us. And I think that it would be really helpful if we could all just just talk about it. Just have a conversation about everything.
And I think that's all people need to do to understand each other. Just come in with an open mind and really listen to people, because that's what we've been doing, and it's felt good to talk about it. Wait, let's wait until the big part.
Yeah. Gorgeousness. Radiating gorgeousness.
Gorgeous. Simply stunning.